Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, baby, I'm back!
You like my hair? She thinks just right.
Dang, guys, and you know what? It has been entirely way too long since I've been in front of you. Oh, and Lola, I have missed you. I hope you weren't too cold sitting in the garage the last couple months. We had a terrible winter, guys. Man, it was brutal. Tons of snow, a lot more snow than usual for Nebraska. And it was cold, man. We had like 3 straight weeks of like around 0 temperatures, sub-zero wind chills. They actually canceled school. Oh, sorry, I burped in mid-sentence. They actually canceled school one day because it was so cold that it would have been unsafe for the children. Like, that's how ridiculous it was this year. But enough about that, man. Today is nice. It's already like 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and we got a high of 65. Oh, it's gonna be so glorious. And the sun's out, nice blue sky, some wispy clouds. Oh, I'm so glad that I thought of riding today. I got a hard time from some coworkers yesterday for not riding. I was like, dude, it was still only like 32 when I left for work, and I thought about it. I gave it a hard thought, but I just didn't want to deal with it, and it was going to be cold by the time I got off work. But the high was only like 50 yesterday, but we got another like 15 to 20 degrees of heat. Warmth, I guess it's not quite heat. In a way it is, but it's not going to be hot. I'm still wearing a jacket with a hoodie and jeans, so I can't wait till it's t-shirt riding season. See ya! Oh, that just feels so good. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to any of the news if you're not from Nebraska. We had a little bit of flooding recently, and areas around my town are still affected. It's been crazy, dude. There is an Air Force base over in Omaha that is still underwater. It's got runways that are underwater, man. And I guess there was supposed to be an air show this weekend, and that got canceled because obviously if the runways are inaccessible, they can't have an air show. So, dude, but yeah, the craziest thing and the thing that bugs me about all this the most is, according to the city and how they plan and where they think flooding's gonna happen, my house is located in a flood zone. It hasn't flooded in my area in over 100 years as far as I could tell looking up the records. But because I'm in a floodplain, I'm required to have flood insurance on my mortgage. Now, that does literally squat unless we flood bad enough that the governor or like president steps in and says there's a state of emergency because of a flood. Like, what kind of crock of crap is that? It's an extra, I think, $1,200 a year, so an extra $112 a month on top of my mortgage. Like, it's ridiculous, dude. And now they issued this warning, like, my house didn't flood. That's the crazy thing. My house did not flood. Like, my neighborhood, no water whatsoever. Yet I'm in a floodplain, and then all these other places that did flood aren't in a floodplain. And now they're pulling like national relief government funding, so FEMA's gonna step in, the Red Cross is gonna step in, and yeah, before I know it, my flood insurance rates are gonna go up, even though I didn't have any flooding. Frickin' fantastic, bro. You know, on a bright note though, you know how I had that nail in my back tire? Yeah, it's still there. I haven't taken care of that yet. I just let it sit on the nice low tire pressure all frickin' winter. I rode once since it got cold and crappy out, so I aired it up that morning. It still had enough air to get home after work. And I filled it up this morning, and dude, it's a really, really slow leak, so I should be completely fine by the time I get off work. I just need to remember not to go, you know, close to triple digits. I mean, I would never. I don't speed ever. Lola's holding strong, and her good old Dunlop Q3 in the rear, holding up nicely. That little nail, man, if it just stays there, I'll be happy as a clam. Maybe me and SpongeBob can hang out in his pineapple under the seat. Okay, Miller Lite, you paying attention? Doesn't look like it. Let's wait till the last second to merge when there's a big ass truck facing you in your lane oncoming. Oh man, some people, dude. So I don't know if my speedometer's off because my bike was so cold. My battery was dead. I had to jump it off the car battery again. But I mean, that's what happens when you don't unhook the battery or plug it into a tender for 2 months and it's cold near 0 degrees. But I know my blinkers weren't quite working right. They were nice and slow. The integrated signal on the back was only doing one of the 3 lights. But this blue Silverado right here, I was just keeping pace with him. We were doing 58. This is a 45, and I don't feel like we were speeding that much. But who knows? Maybe we were doing 13 over. I guess we'll find out if I get pulled over, huh? Man, Lola's running good though, and geez, to Pete's. This light is never timed good, man. Never, ever, ever. Hey. Let's go catch a Mustang. Thing sounds good, man. So far so good, I think. No cops. And I probably just jinxed myself, but that's alright. And now time to watch out for gravel. That's because they sent a road grader out to smooth the gravel, like dirt and stone shoulders of this little loop over here, man. And they left everything just out in the middle of the street. It's ridiculous what some people think is okay. Oh yeah. Nice and clean today, boys. A little bit there. Oh no, we're fine today, boys. Oh yeah. Man, Lola, I hope you enjoyed getting out of the house today. You're definitely making my Friday one of the best so far this year.
A few inches later.
Hey, yeah, what up? Oh, second part of the video, man. Such a good day. Feels so good to be out on the bike. I can't believe it, man. You know, but Lola here, she's struggling a little bit. I still had to jump the bike after work, so probably I just didn't get enough charge in January when I made that last video, being that I only rode to and from work that one day, and then I let it sit for another 2 months. But hey, you know what? Stuff happens, and this battery, I went back to lead acid instead of lithium, so I should be able to get it rejuvenated and get it back to normal. So that's all good. Oh man, and it's a lot windier than it was on my way to work, plus the sun is almost down. So it's a little chillier than it was, but it's still amazing. And if you guys want to, I am in the process of starting to stream on Twitch when I play video games. So I'm still working out some kinks of getting the stream to work properly. I did one earlier this week where the first like 30 minutes of my hour and 15-minute stream had no audio, even though it showed that it was working, and then when the audio came in, it wasn't matched up with the video. And then about the last 30 minutes of the stream had a frozen image on it. So I don't know exactly what the deal is with that, so I'm gonna work out the kinks. But if you want to follow me, go ahead and do that for when I get things worked out. It's 402 TV. Go give me a follow and stay tuned for me playing some awesome Xbox games. But if you don't want to, that's fine too. I plan to, once I get everything worked out, is maybe every so often, if I have a good stream, I'll put the video onto YouTube so y'all can see that. Being that I tried the daily vlog thing, and I just pulling the camera out, remembering to pull the camera out, and then, you know, trying to not be cheesy when it comes to that, it was hard for me, so we'll see how it goes. Fucking idiots. But you know what, guys, if you're still here with me on this video, thank you as always so much for watching. I can't believe that the snow and the cold weather's finally gone and I got to be out on the bike. So it's gonna be riding season in full swing very shortly. So stay tuned for all new fresh moto vlogs in the year of 2019 with me, 402. And until we see each other again on the next one, I love you. Bye.